What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Link, and Litecoin. Those are the four we're going to go over, and if I get some more time today, we're going to go over Digibyte, Tezos, and ADA in the next video. So that's if I do get enough time, but right now I wanted to go for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Link, and Litecoin. Those are the four we're going to be looking at, and I also wanted to put out there, I appreciate all the overwhelming support for the little course that I put out for crypto trading trends, and I'm going to try to get back to everybody as soon as possible. We had a good amount of people who really wanted to learn that stuff, so I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you have sent the confirmation money over, let me know in the email, and I'll get the link out to you as soon as possible, but I'm trying to stay up on top of that the best that I can for y'all. So we're going to get into Bitcoin here, and what we're going to do is look at Bitcoin on the 12-hour time frame. So that's going to be important for us because the 12-hour time frame is going to give us a little bit more information than the one-day chart will. And the main thing that I'm looking at right now is to see if we can hold up above this 20 EMA. Now on the 12-hour time frame, we've been trading up above it since October 8th, 2020. So this has been a significant time that we've been working. You can see each time we found support here, and this is off this purple moving average. So what's taking place now, we have to wait for the 12-hour candle close, but what this would be is a bullish engulfing candle if we could end up getting it and it comes on heavier volume. This potentially could be our retracement area, but it's still a tough area because just about a day ago there, we had a bearish engulfing candle on the 12-hour time frame. And that many times can mark tops for you, especially after we had one of these climax volumes and we pushed up a little bit higher to my target of 13,886. And now we've been seeing that sell-off period. So today's bounce and what we get out of this is going to be important because, you know, we're either going to go up and test the previous area of 13,886 or we're going to start getting into some type of consolidation, moving sideways in equilibrium, because typically after you have these explosive moves, the market has to catch its breath. And I believe that's what's taking place right now. I believe overall in the macro sense, we are getting into that longer term uptrend, and I want to see this continue. But right now, does Bitcoin need to take one more deep breath and cool everything down on the one-day time frame before we can start making some of those higher highs up into the $14,000, $15,000, $16,000 range? I believe that we do. If we bounce out quick just to the one-day time frame, just so we can take a look at this, the one-day time frame is still up around 73 for the RSI, and for us to really be able to go up and challenge some of these higher levels, you know, up to $15,000, $16,000, I believe we will need one more deep retracement for us to be able to get up there, because this has been a huge move out of this symmetrical triangle, guys. We're around $10,800 and we're sitting at $13,433. We don't want to be greedy in this area, right? This is where we want to just protect our position. So whenever you get up to tops like this, that's when you go into a defensive position. When you're seeing that RSI up at around 80 and you're starting to get some of these candles. Yesterday's candle, we had a lot of deep penetration into the previous day's candle on heavier volume. So that can be a sign sometimes that shorter term traders are taking their profit and you're going to get a little bit more of a pullback. But today we are fighting. I mean, you can see this wick down here. So our price did end up going to 12,970 and then the buyers stepped in. But the main thing would be getting up over top of that 13,886. And that just may take a little bit more buying pressure after we retrace a little bit more, potentially even back on to this 20 EMA here on the one-day time frame. Around $12,500 is what I'm looking at. This was previous resistance. We want it to become support, so that's why we have it in green right here. RSI on the one day is at 43. If we take a look back to the 12 hours, the RSI right now is around 67. And what you can see, we topped out last time around 85. And these are the things I like to write down, because if I see 85 again on the 12-hour time frame at overhead resistance, many times that shows that's when you should take that defensive position and protect your position with one of those trailing stop losses. So if the price does go down, you're still sitting in profit and you're looking good. That's what you want to do in this space, guys. Defend yourself, defend your positions the best possible way, because this is the most volatile market in the world. And also, if you get some from these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you're interested in the little trend trading course, it's about 26 minutes. It's $25, and I'll put my email address down low if you guys do want to sign up for that. I think it'll really be beneficial for you, and I want to make it affordable for people. I've taken $400 courses, and you don't need all that. I just really want to break this down section by section, and we're starting with crypto trends for that. But right now, we're looking at a 2 sell, 9 neutral, 17 buy, oscillators, 1 sell, 8 neutral, 2 buy. Moving average is still looking strong because we're up above all of the moving averages. On the 1 week, the oscillators are starting to slow down a little bit. 3 sell, 6 neutral, and a 2 buy. So we do want to pay attention to that. And then also on the 4-hour time frame, oscillators are running a little bit more neutral. So that's going to be Bitcoin. Next, we're going to take a look at ETH. ETH's at $389. We've hit some of those targets that I was looking at here. This was an area of support at $378. We went down and tapped it. The main thing that we want to do for Ethereum is stay up above this purple trend line. This is going to be the trend line that we want to continue to see higher lows coming in on. So for Ethereum, we're still up above our 50, our 100, and our 200 moving average, but we have lost this 20 EMA. And you can see here several times we've wicked up to it today to try to get back up above it, but it's acting as overhead resistance right now. And also at this support area of 378, what we need to do is find some of that buying pressure, and we need some strength on the RSI. Right now, the RSI is at 49 on the 12-hour time frame. So if this is going to be our higher low, we would have enough room on the RSI to try to get back up over top of that 417. And that's an area we talked about a lot, guys. That 417, you can see how that was staunch overhead resistance. But, you know, in the days and weeks to come, if we could get over that, it really could open things up to roughly around, you know, $442, then be up around that $489. And we have to realize Ethereum runs really hard when it does. It also drops really hard when it does, and that's why you need to protect yourself whenever you're in these positions. Okay, now if we take a look at the price range, what you'll see is Ethereum can drop 36, guys. 36% in the matter of about a week. So that's why, you know, same deal with running 36%, sometimes even in a day, sometimes in a few days. But that's where what I like to use in stop loss placements, one of the most difficult things in this market, but I like to use trailing stop loss. So as the price goes up, I try to trail that stop loss behind it. And, you know, if I were you, I would do some more reading on stop losses and stop loss placements. Still something I'm really trying to learn myself, one of the most difficult things in this market. Now, if we go to Ethereum and we take a look at the technicals, right now on the 1 day, we're looking at an 8 sell, 9 neutral, 11 buy, oscillators, 2 sell, 8 neutral, and a 1 buy, moving averages, 6 sell, 1 neutral, and a 10 buy. And what you can see here in the shorter term, we're getting those sell signals. In the longer term moving average, we have those buy signals since we're trading up above them. So that's going to be Ethereum. Next, we're going to move into Link. And if you're here for Link, let me know down low, or Ethereum. I always like to see what you guys want to look at here in terms of coins. So Link's at $11.58. And what you've been seeing for Link here, we're just trying to have that uptrend. We're in these channels now, these purple trend lines. This is going to be our lower trend line for our higher lows, and then this is going to be our higher highs. And we've basically just been bouncing in back and forth in this channel. So what we'd want to do is continue to find support roughly between $10.46 and where we're at right now. We would not want to drop below this 200 moving average. And that's going to be at $10.46. So we're trying to set that higher low and then potentially go back up and see if we can get over $12.84. So our upside target is going to be $12.84. Downside, we want to continue to hold $10.46. Now with the RSI, we're at 52 right now, so we're very neutral, but we have plenty of room to continue to run to the upside or the downside, and that's why this is a sticky spot here and why we want to stay up above this 200 moving average as well as this slower trend line, because if we start breaking down through that, then I'd start looking at some lower areas of around $8.92. But this is what we want to see. Do you see over here how we were having lower highs in this trend and lower lows, and then how we reversed them? We came up, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Now we're trying to find that higher low is what we're looking for. If we get into the technicals for Link, we are looking at a 7 sell, 10 neutral, 11 buy, oscillators, 1 sell, 9 neutral, and a 1 buy for Link. So this is just one of those areas for me. I'm still patiently waiting in my position with Link. I got in around $8 and I think it was 60 cents, something like that. I have a break even stop, and that's what I'm doing. Just trying to let this ride, trying to let this position keep moving to the upside. That's what I'm looking for there for Link. And it's probably going to take a little bit of time here, guys, but it's all going to be correlated off what Bitcoin and Ethereum do as well. So always pay attention to that and really watch those major market movers. So that's going to be Link, and then we'll get into Litecoin next. And Litecoin's at $55.49. Main thing for Litecoin, I'm trying to find support right off this line that we had here for quite a while. That's at $53.84. That's the area we want to hold, and we're going to be looking at the candle close for today, and we're going to see how much penetration we get into yesterday's candle. Right now, the RSI is at 54, and if we are to make an upside move, we're going to need to get up above 56.78. Then it'd be up to around that 59.17 are going to be the overhead resistances. If we drop down through 53.84, we're going to look down roughly to the 50 moving average first, which is going to be at 52.25, and then it'd be down around this previous top that we had here that we broke out through, and that's at $50.65. But the main thing for Litecoin overall, we want to continue to hold this purple uptrend. If we lose the 200 moving average and we drop down through this trend line, that's when we're going to be in trouble. Right now, we're just looking for that higher low to be set, a nice healthy higher low, so we can come back up there and test some of those higher levels for Litecoin. And remember, this is on the 12-hour time frame is what we're looking at here. This isn't the one-day time frame. Just trying to give you a little bit more of a picture here, but we want to continue to see this trend move with upward impulse waves to the upside. If we take a look at Litecoin for the technicals, we have a 3 sell, 10 neutral, 15 buy, oscillator, 0 sell, 9 neutral, and a 2 buy. And the moving average is 3 sell, 1 neutral, and a 13 buy. That's on the one-day time frame right there. And what you can do is look, you can see on the shorter term, a little bit more bearish there. On the 4-hour time frame, we're getting some sell signals. And then if we bounce out to the week, we do have those longer-term buy signals. So just really paying attention to Litecoin, guys. That's a big one. It's a sleeper. It moves really hard and aggressively when it chooses to move, and it's one that I like to play and trade. So if you get some from these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. God bless each and every one of you. Take care, my friends.